Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for convening this important public hearing on cyber school funding reform. My colleague, State Representative Mike Reese, and I are here to discuss both his legislation, House Bill 759, and my House Bill 618. As a legislator and former educator, I support giving options in education to Pennsylvania families. I believe Pennsylvania's breadth of choice through charter and cyber charter schools, homeschooling, EITC, and EITC 2.0 are important to our families and help strengthen public education by making school boards, teachers, and administrators more responsive to the needs of our local communities. My involvement in athletics taught me the value of competition, but I also know that true competition, the kind that is critical to improving education, takes place only on a level playing field. A number of proposals were put forth last session to update and reform our charter school law. They failed to account for an inequitable cyber funding formula that makes it increasingly more difficult for school districts to make ends meet. Please allow me to explain one flaw in the current formula which is inherently unfair to our taxpayers. Through receipt of local property taxes and state taxes paid, cyber charter schools are permitted to double dip on pension costs. The first dip occurs when all public schools, school districts, including cyber charters, are reimbursed 50% of their pension costs from Harrisburg. The second dip occurs when cyber charter schools receive pension dollars that school districts pay to them through their contribution formula. Former Auditor General Jack Wagner identified this double dip several years ago, yet cyber charter schools continue to benefit to the detriment of our taxpayers. The Pennsylvania Association of School Business Officials estimate the price tag for double dipping to be more than $500 million over the next 5 years when applied to both brick and mortar charter schools and cyber charter schools. The focus of Representative Reese's bill and my bill, packaged together, is on cyber funding reform, since cyber charter schools receive the exact same amount of funding as brick and mortar charter schools, regardless of differences in cost structures. As a result, my legislation, House Bill 618, would save Pennsylvania school districts an estimated $165 million over the next 5 years alone. This is significant savings for Pennsylvania taxpayers and will not hurt the ability of cyber charter schools to continue to offer vital public school options. Fairness demands that we address this inequity and do so as expeditiously as possible. Should there be objections to this two-bill package, which comes with significant bipartisan support, I trust those in opposition will include alternatives that also identify savings for the sake of our taxpayers. I truly believe solving the inequity that results from the continued use of this outdated formula will allow us to move forward and further discuss ways to strengthen and reform the overall charter school law. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.